This is Christina, and you're watching Custom Games. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to stream. I'm your host, Christina, after a very long break. And I am joined by the one and only, my lovely dearest, Tori. Say hi.
Bonjour.
Tonight, we're back in Minecraft, although not any Minecraft. This is something that her and I set up about, 2-3 months ago?
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a two-week Minecraft phase. Became, 2 months.
And then we got burnt out. Now we're back again.
Yes. This was originally a vanilla world, then it became vanilla plus, then it became vanilla plus with a couple little extras, as you can see the train tracks in the bottom left.
I actually had never played Minecraft before this.
Yeah, and she has taken to it extremely well.
I play farming sim games.
It works. Also,
they follow the same logic.
Hello in the chat. First of all, recognizing Tori as Fert. It's kind of cheating because you knew when it was going to happen.
Hey, for all I know, Boog could have beat me to it.
Hello, Cassie, and hello, Link. How are you both tonight?
Sometimes Boog does beat me to it.
And Cassie, that moonball was uncalled for. It was called, but uncalled for. Link says, cheater, towards you knowing when it was going to happen.
Yes, Fred, Link has made me uncomfortable.
One mod that I am running for the purposes of streams so that you guys can see a little bit more is I am running Farsight, which allows me to see up to, I think, 30-some blocks, 30-some chunks away. So we're actually getting a little bit more view distance than we normally would. As for... Speaking of bots, what the hell is Fred's problem? I restarted him, and he's still broken.
Me too, Fred. Me too. Our emergency actually was because I have a bone bruise on my spine, thanks to an accident at work.
Luckily, luckily, she's doing better.
I am on basically doubled up pain meds. I'm never letting them run off my body. Every 3 hours, I'm taking a pain med.
That said, why don't we do a tour of everything? Because I'd at least like to show off what we've done so far.
I fell in the well.
Why don't we start at the front door? Which is actually our newer front door. So I built the house, and Tori did all the decorating. And she did a really nice job.
I do like the glow berries just so I don't have to put lights over it.
That is a nice touch. And it gives the cottagecore vibe that you wanted.
Yeah, especially after I learned vines don't stop growing. I decorated everything.
Inside, we have our nice, lovely kitchen, which is done with Macaw's furniture and cooking for blockheads. This actually came out really nice. And it's 99% functional. We just have to pipe in all the stuff from the farms.
Plus our cow in a bottle that Christina showed me how she made and watched me die for 20 minutes about it.
Yes, we made the cow in a bottle, and she giggled hysterically. She's like, it seems like it should be simple, but I don't understand what it's trying to tell me. I'm like, okay, I need a cow, I need an anvil, and I need the glass jar. Why? Just trust me. Thunk. Oh, she knows, Link. She knows. We've got our nice little study over here.
with my book that I authored for her. It's sappy, made her cry.
We've got our lovely enchanting room. And we've also got the gay solarium.
I haven't done much in here yet.
It's gay.
Yeah.
Chase, hey, you leave Raisin out of this, Link.
Every cow in the hole is earnest.
Here's our bedroom up here. And then these two we haven't really figured out much for yet, but they're here. I kind of went with a barn dominium style for this. I think it came out really good. It gave it a nice cottagecore feel without being too close. But if we come back downstairs, other thing that's neat in here is the workshop. And this is
Christina's playland.
Yeah, so this is my playland, but this is also me learning all of the different mods and also learning some redstone tech for the first time. Also, Boog with a pasta chicken hydrate. Thank you, Boog. How are you tonight?
I refuse to hydrate. I'm drinking an energy drink.
Ah.
Case in point.
Dearest, you know as well as I do, that's just the sound of a can opening. For all I know, you could have a Miller Lite.
I'm gluten intolerant.
That has not stopped you before.
Beer would make it 10 times worse. I would get
That's fair.
drunker faster. Economic. Anyway, are you downstairs?
No, I am just walking around the main floor right now. Turn around. So one of the first things is, of course, we have create. I've done a lot of different create machines. This one is currently configured, I believe, to make tracks. This one is configured to do casings. This one is our presser. And then we do have a saw table that is very efficient.
I forgot to turn it off when I last used it. I turned it off.
This is the top of our boiler, which we'll go down and see in a minute. And this is my super smelter. This is iteration number 2 of super smelter, which this is vanilla super smelter. We'll go downstairs and show off the big one. But this one carried us through a lot of what I would consider late game. And it's basically 2 minecarts running behind. One's feeding fuel, one's feeding items. And it's pretty efficient.
The computer.
Yep, we have our computer, which is A2. I had to learn how to do that for the first time. All of this entire complex, while it is create, is not actually powered by stress units directly by rotation. Instead, every machine in this complex is actually running on an electric motor from Create New Age. That way I can turn on and off individual machines. I have 2 giant windmills outside, plus the steam engine downstairs, piping stress units into this lovely generator, which is outputting
a lot.
Yes, about 200 FE per tick, which is more than enough to sustain the entire facility right now. Eventually, I'll have to do more. Yes, Boog, this is a server for just Tori and I. This has been... Originally, it was vanilla only, meant for her to get to know Minecraft for the first time. And then I talked her into Vanilla Plus, and then I talked her into doing a very light modding of, 100 mods?
Just mild.
Well, considering all the mods is, 400 or 500? This is light. Yes, Cassie, I basically am storing the stress units in a battery and then playing it back out to the facility. It also means I don't have to worry about rotation direction everywhere. I can just run energy pipes and then change the rotation per machine. It's actually way nicer.
Yes, Christina is powered by stress units.
In addition, we'll go out this way soon. We do have some farms out here that I built. Most of them are vanilla tech, although I did start using some modded
Hey, you
tech.
didn't show the basement.
I'm getting there! But this is my minecart unloader. This is not my design. I just kind of adapted a design from the internets. But what we are going to do is we're going to shut off the minecarts for a moment, just so that when they come back, they'll park for a little bit, and we can actually walk that line. This is also our composter, which used to feed automatically, is now only manually fed.
Do I have anything to put in there? Yes.
We'll also talk about these ender chests eventually. This one is actually to all of our farms, and that one goes to the mining dimension, where I have the chunk obliterator.
Because she could make it work, unlike Chase.
Why must you do this? Why must we antagonize Chase?
Because I don't get to do it often enough.
Oh boy. But downstairs is the heart of the operation. This is our boiler.
Because he's had it easy. He's been with June.
But this boiler is basically running off of lava that I'm piping from the nether via ender tank. And I have quite the buffer of lava. These things will probably run at least 24 hours if the lava supply ever was interrupted.
And we figured that out.
Yeah, because originally it was done via... well, actually, I can show it. So, down at the end of this tunnel was originally a lava lake. It is now a lava lake with a hole in it. Because I may have been siphoning some lava away from it. By the time we figured out that this had run out, it was about 2 days after it had run out. And then I had to quickly figure out the nether solution. Neat features of this base, we are actually located right next to a trial chamber. That was not on purpose.
Actually.
We had 2 of them.
We found out the second one later.
Yeah, that was not on purpose. Yeah, you can teleport lava, but do not teleport bread. I did mention that this is the other super smelter that we've got. If I kick it on, I believe it's got things to smelt right now. Probably foodstuffs. Actually, no, I can't do foodstuffs in here. So, oh, it does have some ores to process. So, yeah.
I accidentally ended up in the end.
Anybody who saw all the mods or some of the other times I've played Create, this is a design that I kind of came up with for smelting, and it just kind of works.
It just works.
It may not be the most space efficient, but damn does it look good. And that's been how I've kind of approached most of my machinery, is it may not be the most compact or the most efficient, but it looks good while it's doing what it's doing, and that is equally important to me. Boog's saying he recently got his boilers on the other server to run at the highest tier. Nice!
They're screaming.
Yeah, we're only running level 9 because I'm not running anything higher than lava right now. I would like to start doing seed oil at some point to make these guys go superheated, but that's not in the cards at the moment.
Give us another 2-week Minecraft hyperfixation stint.
The other thing I started doing is, for those who have seen my base in all the mods 8 or all the mods 10, is I think what we were just playing. The this is my modular crafter. Basically taking items out of the system, running them through Minecraft crafters, and then exporting them back in. And it's all controlled with the factory gauges from Create. This system served me extremely well on the other server, and it's just kind of been working. Yep, all the mods tend to the sky. Thank you, Cassie. But if we go back upstairs, there's a couple other...
Sorry if that got caught on
there,
mic.
it did, dear.
I tried to get away.
There are a couple other things that we use for farms that are not housed in the main building anymore. First of all, we have this lovely greenhouse, which was sort of a pet project of mine for a bit. Meanwhile, Dearest did our central hub area, as well as this wonderful weeping willow. But if we go inside, we've got every single crop we can currently grow, plus spaces for if we get any additional crops. And basically, these are on a hopper clock timer that once everything...
Stupid berry bush.
I think about 5 minutes, it's going to go ahead and run all 3 of these, and then funnel everything into a minecart for a minecart to transfer it. It runs a little bit more than it needs to, but it at least keeps everything stocked. It is not the fastest farm, I will say that, but it's fast enough for us. Moving along, we have Dearest's wonderful fish tank with all of 2 tropical fish currently.
I don't know why they're stuck in the corner. I'm not going to solve them.
But hey, they're not dying, which is an improvement.
That fish tank caused me so much problem.
Then the other thing is, since we have been doing trial chambers, we actually have wind charge launchers.
You skipped over the gazebo.
I kind of stood in it, but I did not explain it. If you want to explain it.
It's a gazebo. Got glow bricks in there so it'll light up at night.
And because they're the azalea leaves, you get this nice leaf effect. Which, by the way, for those who are used to dealing with builders in their lives, it's kind of funny when they go, I need a block, and then go halfway across the world because they know where it was.
That's me.
All of a sudden she's like, oh, I know what I need. And then she was gone for a half hour.
That was just me earlier getting moss rock blocks.
Yep. Also, thank you, Cassie. I will have to take a look at Phantom later this week. But if we go up here, so this lovely geode is actually hiding where our base used to start. We originally started with a hole in the ground base, which then got bigger. The nice thing about it is she has preserved the entry. So this was my original storage room with the inputs for the minecarts. And then this was our actual original storage room, which was just chest-based. Nether portal behind door, and our original enchanting setup. And then our original bedroom. This really feels like it's a ruin with how much just like holes in the wall and everything we've got left.
Yeah.
The nice thing is we never really left, because if you go right down the staircase here, what used to be my old super smelter room is now the behind the scenes power room and the new unloader. So that was really fun to try and integrate.
May I suggest we turn off our magnets now?
Yes. Because I already have mine off because I was back by the farms.
I just turned mine off.
All right, and it looks like all 3 mine carts have come home, so we can actually come up through here.
Through the geode?
Actually, no, I'm going up through my secret exit.
Okay, I was going through the geode.
So out back, we have a very, very efficient spruce farm. It's making something like 3,000 logs every hour.
That's if it doesn't get jammed up by saplings.
Yes, I still need to fix that. Our cactus farm, and then our kelp farm, since I had to set something up for create kelp, or to get kelp for create. And then, let's see, we got the pumpkin. And then over here, we have all of our mob farms, which we are using Easy Mob Farm.
You didn't show your flower.
I'm getting there, dear.
I like to rush you.
So with all the mob farms, they're all just piping into the ender chest with the blue, blue, purple. And that goes for all the farms over here. We are trying our best to I'm basically trying to reuse that code wherever possible so that it's all one inflow. I do have a wonderful bamboo farm and a wonderful sugarcane farm. And I also have an iron golem farm.
The pit.
Which is the Pit of Despair. This thing is amazingly efficient for how small it is. But then the flower farm. Now, for those of you who watch Tango Tech, you may recognize this design. I may have watched him build this and got kind of inspired. So basically it's a shake table. The water will shut off when it starts, and then the shake table basically pulses back and forth, and a line of dispenser underneath is hitting the exact center of the platform with bone meal every time it stops moving.
Can I throw the switch?
Yes, please throw the switch. So basically, all the water goes away. It's going to start producing all the flowers. It is loud as hell. You can go ahead and flip it. It then goes through the flush, where it then sends all the items into this wonderful circular sorter system, where it goes ahead and puts all the items in the appropriate filters. And those items will stay in the rotation as long as they need until the filters are empty. It's a really fun system, and I was really, really happy I figured out how to get this to work. But that's helping us get some of our dyes, and then a lot of it is auto-crafting beyond that point. That is the bulk of our farms. We do have the chunk destroyer in the mining dimension, which we may show off a little later. But some of the other neat things. So over here we have the wonderful flower garden, again done by Dearest. This path leading out to an orchard and a wonderful cherry blossom area. And it's just really, really cozy. I love it. She's currently redoing the bridge for this section. And then we have a flower terrace. What would you call this?
Just like... This is kind of like my orchard farm area.
Fair enough.
Because you got my sweet berry bushes, you've got all my...
fruit trees.
All my Croptopia stuff going on in here. You got the cocoa beans.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I moved them when I destroyed the old farm. And then I have my little table.
Chase says, trying to finish gathering the will to get out of bed and play with Nagios while I have time where Christina can't stop me.
I mean, she can stop you.
Yes, I can stop you.
It just would stop us.
Correct. Dearest also built this lovely lighthouse, and then I installed a rotating light up top made with Create. And it's actually a windmill with the sails hidden in the roof here. Yes, Cassie, we are actually using it. That was one of the reasons we ended up actually backporting this server to 1.21.1 because it had not gone full enough. It had not gone far enough into the releases to get up to where we were. So yes, I am using Steam and Rails to get the tileless tracks. So I actually have an inspection pit here. This is my first attempt at an SW1500. I still need to fix it. It's too squashed vertically right now, and I kind of want to fix that. But this is my workshop. It's nice and cozy. It's not near as big as the last couple I built. That may eventually change. Also, instead of having Chase write a custom script to open and close doors, Macaws now has garage doors. Oh my god, I shut the door on you. Sorry, I didn't see you coming.
I was trying to come in with the horn.
I heard the horn too late. Then, out here in the storage tracks, you can see the other things I've built so far.
Fun fact, that horn actually has enough bass to make it the speaker by Christina's feet shake.
So this is a model of East Broadtop's M3 railcar.
Cute.
And then this is our subway. I've once again iterated on my Metro design and made it even cooler. And this is the one that's actually going to be roaming the server on our tracks once we're ready. Right now, Tori has not picked one out. She's got a couple that she kind of likes the look of, but we haven't officially decided on what
over
I'm building for her yet.
Dear.
Yep, I'm following you.
My little park.
Which is all kinds of cute. And you also did the stables.
Yeah. I'm going to probably build an actual proper gas stables eventually, but...
This is Ghastly, our Ghast. His AI is a little dumb.
He tries. And look, me too. There's Christina's horse that kept escaping. Until I learned, hey, you should probably not have hay in the stall.
That said, that's the main infrastructure, at least in the overworld. Tonight's project was going to be building some trains. However, Dearest has given me a little bit of a different project.
I didn't give it to you. I just mentioned I was annoyed by it.
And that means I have been given a project.
I gotta finish making this
because
path.
I would like to fix your annoyances. So originally this had an island underneath of it that was kind of haphazardly built. She removed it and then found out how Minecraft water physics don't work. So what we need to do is actually go through and put this back on an island. We're actually going to do more of a peninsula out to it. So there's going to be some terraforming tonight. And chatting with you guys, because I haven't been streaming in a while. And I want to talk to you guys. So...
To be fair, we both have been...
extremely busy.
Dying via work. Like, just yesterday... I mean, even today, she had to log into work because there was...
Issues with a production to play.
What are you doing?
I am starting the process of figuring out where the outside edge of this is
Okay, you figure
for the
that
top
out.
layer,
I will.
and then I'm going to start building down from there.
I will continue fixing the difference in material for this walkway.
Okay.
Because it bugs me. Because I can normally do good if you give me an outline to fill it.
Link says he likes the moon fountain.
Thank you, Link. The bridge that I'm rebuilding is going to be more whimsical, medieval, fairy-ish kind of bridge. Because I originally just had one of the, like, standard macaw's bridges there, but I'm going to give it some spunk, some personality.
Is spunk the word you want to use there?
Ma'am, if you keep your head out of the gutter, spunk actually is the word I wanted to use there.
Fair enough. You and I both know that this is the internet.
Because spunk is courage or determination.
Hmm. Not gonna lie, it's way too quiet. Let's see what I can do about that, Boog. Give me 1 second here. Let's go to just chatting. And bring the music up. And let's actually bring the master volume of the game up. Oh, not volume? What do you mean, Boog?
We need context.
Yes. Yeah, things have been very, very tough to schedule over the last couple months.
Health, work,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm currently fighting probably a sinus cold that I probably gave Christina. And you add in, I'm a full-time teacher now. I just did progress reports, so literally it's hey, if you want to stream, and she's like, no, because you're like literally dead on the beanbag behind me, dear. Let's get you in the mental state.
Well, it's also, I'm dead in the chair.
Yeah. She's also dead because work's been like 0 to dumpster fire lately. And yeah, Chase is on vacation with his boo thing. He is currently performing U-Haul gay, not U-Haul lesbian.
That is true.
Because it was supposed to be for a month, Chase.
Let's see. That brings me out to about here.
Do you want me to sleep?
Got it.
Okay. Link, I'm just calling a spade a spade.
Chase, June from the other room. I heard that!
Look, me and Christina were U-Haul lesbians. I'm just calling it like it is.
Yeah. Welcome to the club, bud.
Like our third date was what? Me moving in?
Give or take. Something like that.
Chase. It's still at home only because you guys haven't gotten the gumption to go and get it.
Boog for now. All right, everybody leave them alone. They get to move at their own pace. You know what I would love right now? A builder's wand. Which is not a thing in our pack.
Look.
Because I know you went looking.
No, I was making emotes in chat, but, look. I wish I could do X-ray at times. Dear God.
Mm-hmm.
Just to know what the heck's going on. Underground, like when trying to find that zombie earlier.
Yeah, there was just a zombie in a 1x1 hole 10 blocks down from the surface.
For some reason.
And the hole was 10 blocks deep. Like, so 2 blocks of dirt and then 10 blocks of airspace. It's like,
hello?
And, no, it's not that kind of X-ray boog. If I need to look at something, I usually will free cam.
Yeah, that's how we figured out where, like, everything kept spawning underneath the, train thing, is she would free cam and direct me to putting torches underneath. So we could stop the spawning. And that's how we found the second trial chamber. That we have yet to go to. Shall I build down from that?
Yes, so the outline I just did is going to be solid
All the way down.
all the way down and interior to it. So basically from here to the other wall that I built on the other side of the lighthouse is solid.
Do you have more dirt?
I have lots more dirt, yes.
Let me guess, you have a shulker box full.
No, not a shulker box. I just have a few stacks in my backpack right now. I am intending to go back and get more. Now that I see how much I'm going to be placing.
I'm sinking.
Now what I'm going to do is start the outer perimeter.
So what I'm hearing is I should have never broken up the island it was sitting on.
Maybe. Possibly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say that was the best idea.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, anything's possible.
Yeah, and I could win $1 million.
I mean, if you did, I'd love it.
Just some things are more likely to happen than others.
Yes. Right.
You know,
and this
I'm
is
just
what
looking.
I was hoping for. It's starting to solidify some of the water.
I'm just looking forward to some of the trips we have planned this summer.
Those are going to be fun. And I should clarify, it's trips we want to do this summer, not so much that we are going to do this summer.
Well, if I get that bonus.
That's true.
That bonus would be nice.
mean, that's fair. Pause playing on the creative tendency server till I get to my tower PC at home. Fair enough, Boog. That's one of the reasons that the problem that I had for CT is because of the way the performance was, I couldn't exactly get her laptop onto it. Otherwise, I would have taught her
How to make a fireball.
Yeah. But basically,
My
like,
laptop is 7 years old. It's an HP.
if I want to choose between doing this pack, which loads in a minute, or the pack that Chase and I designed that takes a bit to load, I'm gonna do the one where I can just sort of experiment and go freeform, and that's where her and I have just been kind of exploring here. Eventually, I'm headed back to CT, but one thing I have been teasing Chase with is that we ought to start thinking about a CT2. A CT sequel, if you will. But we are not there yet.
A sequel? It didn't work as well as I thought it would.
I was gonna say, that didn't play, I think, like the way you wanted it to.
Yeah. Okay.
Part of this project for filling in this lighthouse is I have to fix areas where I can clearly tell you the old sandbar was.
I had to go get more dirt. I am on the way back.
Okay.
I am on the way, dear.
Okay, let's go to water buckets for a little bit, and let's just start placing water around this thing and see what I get filled in.
Yeah, I put down a torch instead of dirt, and I was like, oh, I ran out of dirt.
Isn't tight?
Thank you.
That's that one.
I'm personally victimized by my
That
allergies.
one. So now we're just dealing with deep water. So if we come out to here, I want to go ahead and hit that one, which didn't actually fix the flow. So let's do this. Let's put dirt in. That'll fix it. I think if there's been one thing that has been like your Achilles heel on this pack, it's been the way water behaves in Minecraft.
Yeah. It does not behave the way I think it should.
Okay, the water around the perimeter, I think, is stabilized. Double checking. Yeah, water around the perimeter is stable, so now we're starting to build in. Lost my cobble porters, and it kind of taken the wind out of my sails. Playing the pack and didn't have the schematic saved on the line. Cobble porters? I don't remember that. I will sleep, dear.
Okay. So if I do ever update my computer, I'm pretty sure Christina would be like, hey, you need to, just build a PC.
Yeah.
You know, once RAM is affordable again.
To say, unfortunately, we're kind of parked for the next couple of years with what we've got.
Let's just hope this thing survives the next couple of years.
Well,
it is like a little nuclear bomb sometimes in my lap.
I mean, you do have a very cute IT specialist now, so I'm sure she's going to take good care of it.
That's what they all say. And then they charge astronomical fees. Like 20 kisses a repair.
That's an astronomical fee?
It is when you're stuck at work and you can't pay it right away.
I mean, that's fair.
And then also she says, oh no, all these kisses are starting to get ticklish.
Not my fault that the person being kissed happens to be ticklish on like 90% of her face.
So am I building in? Basically, we're making this on an island?
Yes.
Okay.
A peninsula, actually.
Yeah, I know. She charges me interest too, Chase.
Yes, Boog. Face.
She is actually very ticklish on her face. Her face is also very dry because, well, we live in the place where the wind hurts our faces.
Hey, we don't have hurricanes, we don't have earthquakes, and we don't have wildfires.
I don't know, give a gender reveal party some time.
I mean, we're not going to be having a gender reveal party, so we won't be causing one.
Well, yeah, no, we don't even have the money to pay for federal damages for a gender reveal party causing a wildfire. Because that couple that started the California wildfire from their gender reveal party are paying astronomical fines.
Oh, so that's the earthquake that happened down there.
Yeah, no, Chase told us he fell down the stairs, and I said, that's why South Carolina got an earthquake.
Ugh. Ugh.
Oh, I'm underwater.
I mean, Cassie, you are closer than us, so that would make sense. Dearest.
Yeah?
I'm just I'm finally seeing what you did for your plinth. We have a lot to fill in.
Hey, I'm not the one that said this should be a stream project.
One stream I think I might be doing in the near future, given the announcements at the PlayStation State of Play, is we are probably going to do another playthrough of Kana Bridge of Spirits. I'm going to introduce Tori to Kana Bridge of Spirits, and that is in preparation for Kana. Forget the title of it this time. It's not Bridge of Spirits. It's... Yes, Cassie, there was an announcement at the PlayStation State of Play. Kana has a sequel.
Yeah, they know how to make announcements.
It is done by the same team, and it is done, and they currently have most of the original voice actors back, and the original music folks back that I'm aware of. Kana Scars of Cosmora. Thank you, Chase.
Which, thank you, Chase, for letting her know that it was coming. She probably would have not figured it out for a bit. Now she's very excited bike.
Very much so.
I know this is some thrilling gameplay.
It is not the most paint dry gameplay we've ever done. We have had worse. This at least has us placing blocks the whole time.
I mean...
I remember a couple of streams we did at one point where over 50% of the footage was me standing in place, spectating people. Did we? Cassie, did we?
Were you playing, like, house repair sim?
No. Not on stream. I don't remember, Cassie.
She blocked it out because it was that boring.
Yeah. I was wondering, is this just a couple of sources now? That's really causing the water to go down. We might actually get this basin to dry out. Like that. My whole side over here just dried out.
I'm trying to find where...
See ya, Boog. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Say what, dear?
Trying to find where water is coming from my side.
Up here. It's up at the top. ahead and stem it off here. If that's it. Yep, that was almost it. There's just a couple spots over here. And now this area is gone. So you're down to what looks like a couple of sources on the far side. You've got this open water here, and then I think you just took out the one I was gonna go for. Yep. So this should all dry out now. So it should be a lot easier to work now. Okay, dearest, I will cut you a deal.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go solid to the walls, and then this inside here we're gonna leave as is. And
Okay.
we'll just light it up so that nothing spawns.
Okay. That's
Deal?
kind of why I put torches already.
Yes, Cassie, I am not Tango. I cannot place 800,000 blocks to build this a freaking mountain. While I am good at terraforming, I don't like doing it.
She's also good at grilling, so she can't be Tango.
That's a joke that like one person's going to get, dear. And that person is me.
I'm aware. If I can make one person laugh, I'm still doing successful. I follow that teacher logic, you know, if you reach one student, you're still a good teacher.
It's good advice to live by.
Yeah. And then sometimes you have that one student who really just makes you question how they passed up to high school. You built over me and it got dark.
Yeah, that tends to happen. I don't have torches, otherwise I would help light it up.
I got a torch.
You have a torch. I'll go back and get more.
I have more.
I'll go get some. Ouch. I slammed into the wall as I took off. Let's bring 2 stacks. And I will use our launcher. All right, I'm on my way down to help you light it up. Considering how easily I can get the ingredients for torches, I really don't care if I waste a few. I'd rather make sure nothing is spawning down here. All right, dearest, come on out.
Give me a second, I'm just observing. Making sure there were no dark spots.
There we go. You are now back on an island. Or peninsula. And I will, at a later date, when I feel like doing nothing for 4 or 5 hours, figure out how to build this in a little bit cleaner. But that's not a today project.
You mean that's like paint drying on stream?
Yes. Oh, sorry. 7 a.m. is catching up to me. One second, I need to click out and check a couple things. I just realized I lost one of my windows. There we go. There we go.
I whacked my head.
Oh no. Why don't we go into the mining dimension and I will show off the World Eater. Oh, I need my create box. Wait a minute. Because I'm going to have to set up the contacts to make it move. Need this. That did not just happen.
That did just happen.
Well, that was expensive. Okay, well, I'm going to have to regenerate that.
What did you lose? I wasn't paying attention.
My entire create box. The shulker box I showed off. Oh, there it is. It just popped back into existence. Thank God for that. That would have been my crash out. That was my 13th reason. Is this custom creates box has everything create that I use on this server. Almost none of it's in the computer system. All right. I'm yawning like nuts. All right, let's go into the mining portal. So, if we go down this way. So, we'll come back to that in a minute. So, this started off as a project of just mining in the mining dimension. And I needed a way to efficiently basically cut out chunks. So, I adapted a design that Chase had shown me in the Creative Tendencies pack, which was basically this device powered by a windmill, and it picks it, and you can pick it up with a minecart and move it to the next chunk. Originally, this was a manual thing. I added some logic in the computer we just passed to make it more automatic. So if we put this down, okay, we're gonna have to talk about this instead of show it because I'm missing a few of the elements I need. Basically what happens is minecart contraption is moving along. It eventually catches this cart assembler and drops. When that happens, it enables this redstone contact telling the system, okay, drop the blade and start digging. The limit switch over there is then watching for the bottom of the pit. When the rope pulley hits its bottom, it sends a signal to the computer saying, hey, I'm at the bottom, and it reverses the polarity, sending the unit back up. At that point, it now knows it has moved forward, gone down, and come back up. It then fires this double lapis signal, which causes the minecart contraption to pick up and start moving automatically in the direction it was previously traveling, which is that direction. It then contacts this redstone contactor, which resets the state of all three of my switches, saying, did you finish moving? Did you go down to the bottom? Did you come back up? And the process repeats every chunk. The one thing we don't have on this right now is a chunk loader. So I've been force loading all the chunks manually, which is tiresome. Eventually, we're going to get to a point where I'm automating that, where I have a create chunk loader on that. But unfortunately, right after we added the create chunk loader, our 2-month Minecraft phase ended. So with that in mind, let's see, is there anything else I wanted to work on? Well, let's look at the computer real quick, and I can show this off, because it was really fun to build. Especially when I got it working. There was a very, very happy Christina for a little bit.
Very.
So applying the same logic as what has already happened. Redstone link. So this is what would trigger the motion. It's looking for 3 on signals. So the redstone will trigger these 3 off. And then we begin the process. So state 1, I have completed my move. It triggers this through a pulse gate, sending a single pulse width, which then triggers the blade to start going down, sends it through diodes so the signal can only go this way, and then that triggers this powered toggle latch, which says state 1, I am going down. Once it hits the bottom, this emerald switch then enables, telling the system to go back up, and fires a pulse through both of these diodes. This one turns on state 2, saying, I'm coming back up. The pulse stays on, which turns this guy off, which means this toggle latch won't be triggered yet. Once this redstone link turns back off, the NOT gate that I've created here turns back on, and it has said, congratulations, I'm back at the top. At which point, all 3 are on, trigger movement, and it moves forward. And then those 3 redstones will send pulses through the 3 to turn off all 3 toggles. Quite the elegant system. I think I can get it smaller, but I don't know that I want to get much smaller, because this is really easy to explain at this size. But this took me about 3 hours to figure out, which was a lot of fun. And I'm currently in the process of seeing if I can automate the contactors and all getting set up, because right now I have to set all those up manually in its path. I would like to get to a point where that's no longer needed. And with some of the mods we've got, I can actually do pattern schematics now, where they replace themselves every time they reach the end of the current pattern. But I have yet to fully understand how that works. That said, my computer is getting very angry the longer we keep running. Couple that with I have been up since 7 a.m. and same computer, same. I think if everybody's okay with it, I think we might wrap here. Just because I don't know that I can keep running tonight. The only reason we ran today is because I happened to get out of work as quick as I did. Dearest, is there anything else you want to show off before we tag out?
No?
Alrighty. Well, chat, thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you for welcoming me back, Flub, after the long hiatus. I assume you guys will be seeing more of me, but I don't know that it's going to be regular appearances. That said, make sure you guys are showing love to Link and Chase as well, as they're doing their respective streams. They are both doing phenomenal. I'm very happy with how they've sort of taken to the streaming as well, and it's been really fun seeing other hosts on the channel. That said, I think we're gonna leave things here. Dearest, go ahead and say goodbye.
Bye.
And chat, I have one question for you. Anyone up for some customs?